let's revisit water use, dogs, and small farms. So I talked about this before. In Oregon and other states, small farmers are facing challenges due to strict water use regulations. So this is something that's happening in my state, and there's a lot of interesting stuff about it. It kind of seems like government overreach. There's been supposed cases of neighbors being incentivized to tattletale on their small farmer neighbors and all other kinds of interesting stuff. But it's linked to water rights and permits for irrigation and other uses that farmers have of the water. For example, let me scroll down. Um, One of the things is they wash the animals when they're milking them, because you can't have contaminants in the milk. And so there's all kinds of ways that you can easily violate your permit if, like, the concrete pad is a different size or if the drainage isn't set up right. They can easily try to revoke your permit or threaten you and other things like that. So, that got me looking into, if we're so concerned about damaging the land with the runoff from these farms, and if we're so concerned about water rights, then are we applying this type of stuff universally? Because dog ownership uses billions and billions and billions of gallons of water. And if you think that's an over exaggeration, check out my video about California water use. So, as far as like the cleanliness of the water from these small farms, I mean, I guess that's a valid concern. But however, look at something that's going on in cities in the USA, driving problems with their water treatment system because of contaminants and other things. Got a couple sources right here: Catch All Environmental and waterboss.com. But here's basically what's going on: aging infrastructure and contamination, high levels of chlorine in hard water. There's a bunch of other stuff going on too. Weird cases of bacteria that's never been in the city drinking water. Where does it come from? We'll show you here in a minute. So, dog ownership comes with a gigantic use of water. For example, did you know that many laundromats will not let you wash a dog bed there? It's because of this problem right here. So the stuff that comes off the dog creates lots of problems for just the system, the piping, the drainage. So that's just one example of the water use from dog ownership. So now we're going to look at, what do dog owners fill their houses with? Dog bath, dog bath, dog bath, dog bath. So where is all the stuff that comes off of this dog going? Right into the city water system. That's right. City water systems are not set up to handle dog feces and urine, but it gets in there because people buy these baths, like this one right here. Where do you think they're getting the water to fill these giant bathtubs from? Many people that own several dogs, they live in apartments and houses where water, gas, and sewage is paid for. So you can wash your dog all day. It'll just get distributed amongst all your fellow citizens in your apartment complex or in your threeplex. So we're so concerned about these small farmers and their water use. Yet look at all of this. Look at all the stuff that these dogs use. How many gallons do you think are in this right here? Notice what a lot of these things are made out of too. Polyvinyl chloride. Well, when you put your dog in there and he's scratching around in that plastic, scratch, 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 and then you dump that down into your bathtub, you dump it down the drain, you're just putting microplastics right into the city sewer system. And one of the contaminants that is on the rise is chlorine and other weird polyvinyls and stuff. Look what this shit's made out of, guys. So when you're in there filling this thing up with hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water and then dumping it down the city sewer system with urine and feces particles, and then city sewer systems have chloride and microplastic in it, where do you think it's coming from? Yeah, it's coming from all these scrubbies and scratchies that you use on your dog and these little things right here. Let's look at another water usage for dog owners. You got your indoor dog bathroom. So what you got here is either these right here, these blue things, 24.99, 20K bought in the last month. Well, those go right into the landfill for the most part. But these other ones, these are washable. So you put these on your floor, your dog piss and shit on it, then you throw it into either the laundromat. A lot of people take their dog stuff to the laundromat because they don't want to screw up their wash machines. But look at some of these. The dog pisses on it, and then you can take it out of there and throw it in your wash machine. Now, if you click on some of these, here's one right here. So you put the pad down. Look at that. You put the grass down. You got the system layers. Yippee doo, bunch of holes. But look what they do. They rinse it off right there in their bathtub. And all of these little advertisements right here, they'll show the green grass getting thrown into the wash machine. So this is all going into your city system. Yep, there they go. They threw it in the wash machine and they're rinsing it off. This is all going into your city water system. You know there's piss and shit on there. I know people will say, well, if the dog poops, you're supposed to throw it away. Do you think dog owners are doing that? They won't even pick it up out in the yard. They won't even pick it up out in the school grounds where they break the rules and take their dogs. So all of this is going into the city infrastructure. Many of these people are the people that get their water bill paid for. So why are we so worried about small farmers, when we allow this type of water usage for dogs? Clog up, pollute, contaminate our city water systems with bacteria, feces, and urine particles, as well as microplastics and fibers. Because what do you think's coming off of all this grass right here while Fluffy scratches on it? Because that's what they do. They got to scratch, then they take a big old piss. And it shows the dog laying on it too. Then he's going to lay on your couch, and you're going to have to wash your couch. Same thing. More tax on the water system. So that's been a look at some of the water usage and some things that I don't think anybody else even thinks about. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about these welfare queen dogs that just get all these baths and all these special fancy stuff to lay on and piss on and shit on? While we got so many people that want to have a small farm and feed their fellow humans, and they can't get the type of consideration that we give dogs. And what about the drinking water that keeps getting worse and worse? Nitrates. Go ahead and look that up. See you guys later.